gosh, I was getting my popcorn.
Wow, you're getting popcorn for this? Okay, so
I just so happen to want popcorn.
okay, a lot of viewers want me to react to this because we reacted to a video from the same content creator about a month back actually, where he was quitting ESO, and the content creator's name is Horcrux. You can check him out in his channel. And the video is called "Why Am I Coming Back to ESO?" And it has, I think there were 2 videos about him quitting ESO forever, or not forever. I guess I don't know. I don't want to put words in people's mouths, but I kind of want to watch because people want me to watch this, so I'll watch it at least to conclude the saga of quitting ESO. And it kind of is funny to me because like, well, there's 2 reasons why I'm kind of doing this reaction. Because the first reason is like, what keeps people coming back to ESO even after they declared they're quitting ESO? It's not everybody. A lot of people said Sawman was gonna come back to ESO, but he has not thus far. There's plenty of people, players and content creators have quit ESO and never came back. And of course, the second reason is because a lot of people, well, not a lot actually, there were like maybe 7 or 9 people that really do not like women. And did not like Becca's commentary, but I am gonna have Becca's commentary on this as well. I think it's fun. All right, is everyone ready?
YouTube does not think it's fun.
YouTube's gotta relax. I don't get it. We definitely have spotted a couple incels recently, in both the ESOU Discord server and also my comment sections, like complaining about women. Have you seen that Twitter thread about what is it, Starfield female NPCs not looking attractive enough? I'm just thinking to myself, man, what the hell? Do you play a game to like jack off, or do you play a game to play the game? Like, I don't get it. I don't know. But anyway, let's watch the video.
Gross.
So,
all right.
Why am I back on ESO?
I'm curious.
First of all,
I haven't watched this yet.
It's hard to leave ESO. Second of all, what I enjoy more than ESO is the community. I formed a few parasocial relationships with a couple of you fucks, which I probably shouldn't have, right?
Which community? But on a serious note, I kind of get what he's saying. Maybe it's his community, but at the same time, I feel like the general, and I'll talk about this in a different video, but I feel like the general ESO populace has not only kind of dwindled, but I feel like the people who made it special, at least for me, the people who made it really special and people who made it feel welcoming, and the people who did a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of community tools and stuff like that, a lot of them are gone. It just doesn't feel the same. So I don't know if I can honestly say community is one of the foremost reasons to play ESO anymore. Now it just kind of feels like any other MMO, to be honest with you. At least from my perspective. Obviously, it's subjective.
I actually enjoy talking with you all. I actually enjoy helping you guys out with builds. And even though I left ESO, I still had like 10 Discord messages a day asking me about builds and helps and rotation. So what I've done this week, you guys may have already seen in a Discord post that I posted a couple links. So if you guys need help with builds, I'm gonna make some content out of this. All right, it's not gonna be for free. I'm gonna get some sort of ad revenue from YouTube on this, right? If you want me to critique your PvP 1vx's dueling, if you need help with other, like playing against other classes, you know, if you're unfamiliar, you know, I have a battle submission form. It's a battle critique form that I made a Google Docs out of. Just simply go there and upload your clips and just kind of tell me what you want help with. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy the satisfaction of seeing someone start from the bottom in PvP. I had some fine gentlemen a few months ago who joined PvP, and they're like, yeah, this is brand new MMO for us. You know, they come to me with Dragonite questions, and you know, they start from the bottom and work their way like to the round up. And then these guys are really good PvPers. Now I'm not gonna mention any names just because, you know, whatever. But
why not? I would love to know their names, because it's like, you know, customer testimony is pretty important to me. It's just like, you know, I don't know, like, what, anyway.
Awesome. Now, so I like seeing that.
That's great though.
Transition from zero to hero, and I want to play my part and be a part of that and try to help.
God, who's got that zero to, I think it's Hack, right? Yeah, Hack.
Push and nurture that along. That's what I feel my role is in the ESO community. Okay. And that's what I like doing. So that's why I'm back to ESO. Yeah, I'll be streaming it a lot. Yeah, I'm going to play it pretty casually. but I'm gonna spend a lot of my primary focus on PvP oriented videos, mostly just helping people just be better at PvP. You know, if this is your type of game, awesome. You know, and for me personally, it is kind of hard to get away from. The combats is awesome. I play a little bit of BDO.
The combat is pretty good. I always keep getting comments from like these random YouTube commenters saying like, oh, the combat's the worst thing about ESO. I don't know. I feel like if you understand the combat in ESO, you will enjoy it. But then they'll be like, oh, but I do understand the combat. Well, okay, sure, whatever. I think at the end of the day, it's subjective, and that's fine. But I feel like also he's, if I recall correctly from the last video, he didn't like the developers or the direction of the game. So I don't understand from my perspective as a content creator. I don't understand why a game that's betrayed you, because I think that was one of the titles of the videos too, like DOS betrayed the players or whatever. I forget the exact title, whatever. But why would I want to come back to a game where I was betrayed or whatever? Why would I want to invest my time into the game at that point? I feel like at that point I just would not enjoy playing the game. Personally, I'm not really enjoying playing ESO all that much as well. So I don't know.
Oh.
If there was a layer of betrayal on top of that, I just wouldn't come back. Just even if it was just for the combat. I feel like there are other, I mean, with 2023 coming to a close here in a few months, I feel like there's so many other better games out there. Like so many good games have come out. It's insane how many good games are out now that are infinitely better than the ESO. So I don't get it. And I believe Horcrux was going to go do Diablo 4 content. And I bet you if I look at his channel, his Diablo 4 videos will probably have a lot more views than the ESO videos. So I'm not exactly sure what the gain here is, at least from my perspective as a content creator. Because to me, as I mentioned earlier, you know, community, not anymore. Combat, okay, sure, but there's other better games with more of an audience. And I don't know, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, what were you saying, Becca? Sorry.
I was just saying, like, it seems like his reasoning is community.
Okay,
and
that's fine.
Maybe his community looks different than our community, where
True.
a lot of the in-game creators have gone on to other games. PvP may be a different scene. We're not as involved in that.
Well, that kind of goes back to like part of the people, a lot of the people who've left the game that made it special were also PvPers for me. I don't know. I feel like most of the people who I knew were PvPing are not in ESO anymore. So
no, I get that.
D4 flopped. If you still don't know, maybe for like the people new to the genre of Diablo 4, maybe people who are not familiar with how seasons work, especially with Path of Exile, stuff like that. But for the people who do enjoy that game genre and Diablo as an IP, it did not flop, no. Again, I'm willing to bet you if I look at his Diablo 4 videos, they'll have more views than the ESO videos. The audience for Diablo 4 is much larger than ESO, even if from your perspective it didn't turn out well, or maybe it had a bad patch at the beginning, whatever. It still has a huge audience that you cannot underestimate as either a player or content creator. I actually had an ESO player tell me that Diablo 4, like ESO is gonna beat Diablo 4. And in every sense of that statement, I was like, what are you talking about? There's no way ESO is going to beat Diablo 4. And there's some people still coping that ESO is somehow going to win Game of the Year with Necrom. And I'm just like, Game of the Year with Necrom? Listen, I play ESO. I've played ESO for a long time. I love ESO. But there's no way ESO is going to compete with Baldur's Gate 3 or Starfield or Diablo 4. Or no matter what you think about that IP, Hogwarts Legacy, in terms of reach or popularity or anything, it's just nonsense. But okay, yeah, let's cope.
I played the early Diablo games on console. Like, it's still a good game. D4 is a good game. I actually enjoy the combat sequence in Diablo 4 more so than ESO, and I really enjoyed combat in ESO. It's really good.
Right.
But I found Diablo 4 to be more enjoyable.
But again, the topic discussion here is not Diablo 4 versus ESO or anything. I'm just kind of I'm just kind of thinking to myself, what is the advantage? What is the gain? What is anything at this point? From the perspective of just making content or enjoying making content.
Game.
Let me know when you can 1v1 me in StarCraft Brood War.
It just sucks that we have the developers that we have. I mean, it is what it is. You know, just call a spade on this one.
Spade.
But we're gonna work past that, and we're gonna try our best to make the best out of ESO. And I'm gonna keep up with the PvP content. And quite frankly, guys, I've been online looking at PvP content for ESO, and it is pretty lackluster. Okay. It is pretty lackluster.
PvP content as in YouTube or the actual game content? I'm gonna rewind that because I didn't catch that.
It is pretty lackluster. And I don't want to say that I put out good PvP content, but I think what is lacking in the community is not the amount of builds out there is insurmountable. Like that's what sells well in the YouTube algorithm or builds, right? Gameplay not so much, just builds. But the thing is, a build is just a part of the overall picture. You can slap on whatever meta sets, but if you have no clue how to play the class, what rotations, how to do the sets, like what skill priority, what you should be focusing on, target priority, like if you're not aware of how to do all of that and have your situational awareness and like not crack under pressure, things like that comes with over time. It doesn't matter what sets you run, what skills you run, you're still gonna be trash. There's a big skill diff in ESO. I have so many people send me clips. They're like, "Oh, I'm running your build. It sucks." Well, what? It sucks. I'm like, let me say this: skill diff. Okay, that's all it is. It's skill diff. Okay, I can run around in white gear and still pack kids up. Okay, so
okay. So there's two things here. I think it's okay to come back to ESO and want to make content for, especially for a very unpopular side of the game. ESO is not mainstream at all, and ESO PvP is not nowhere close to being mainstream at all. It's probably one of the least popular PvP games at the moment. I mean, For Honor kind of fizzled out, but it still even has more. It has better metrics than ESO PvP. I think it's okay to also state that, yes, for both PvE and PvP in ESO, builds are not the end-all be-all. Of course, you need to learn or know how to play the game to be effective with the builds. What I don't understand is why he has to put down other content creators or other PvP content out there right now to make that point. Like, could have just said, I would love to make this type of content where I go over exactly what to do in this kind of scenario so you guys can benefit from what I'm telling you or teaching you, rather than saying, yeah, right now the entire content, the entirety of PvP content is just lackluster. I feel that's a bit of an insult to the people who still stuck with this game, like Ness or Malcolm or Decimus. Like, they've got pretty solid PvP. It's just Akoi and Payne are still streaming ESO PvP. Is that lackluster? I don't know. I think that's a bit too much.
I agree. I appreciate that he wants to create content for builds and show you how to use those builds, but then to turn around and say that there isn't any decent content out there for PvP is really quite rude.
Yeah, I think that was like the one problem I have with this so far.
So, we're going to be addressing a lot of that.
Okay.
Sure. My job is going to just teach you guys. If you already know about PvP, cool. I'll be putting out compilations. I know you guys enjoy seeing those. I will be doing.
People still make PvP compilations
builds for pretty much all the classes. I
guess you have to. I mean, there's nothing else.
But we're going to be kind of back to the grind. But there will be Stream wise, it is gonna be a variety. Probably a few days a week ESO, a couple of days a week other games. But when it comes to YouTube stuff, it's probably gonna be ESO related, and just mainly help you guys.
Okay.
The patch hasn't changed as far as I can tell. I'll go through and read all the live comments here. The patch really hasn't changed. It's pretty stale. I saw someone comment there's no spell crafting, which is going to suck. I was really looking forward to spell crafting. I have to do some more research about that. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm back for now, so feel free, guys, to reach out to me in Discord. I will be doing PvP Top 5. In the Discord, in the general channel, I have a pinned comment that has the links to the PvP Top 5 submissions. I still have 38 submissions that are still there. Maybe they've been using other PvP Top 5s. I don't know. I'm going to spend the rest of my time after the stream going through those. And also, if you want help with PvP, I have a battle critique forum if you want me to break down your fights and tell you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, where you can best improve, and how to best improve. There is a link in the Discord for all that. And if you guys are not in the Discord, well, chop, I can leave you a link during the stream. All right, and this is on YouTube. There is a link down in the description below how you join the Discord. So with all that being said, it's good to be back. I look forward to producing content and getting back to my old parasocial relationships with you guys. I miss y'all very much, and y'all have a great day. Peace.
What's with the parasocial stuff? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything like, I don't know why people want to watch this video, but apart from like them pointing out that he didn't quit ESO, but I don't know. I think the only problem I had, I don't know. I think the only problem I had was him saying the current PvP content is lackluster. That's really it.
So
anyway,
if you want it.
Yes, I would love your take. I also am so curious what people will say about your take. I don't know why people.
They're gonna rage. You know.
Oh my gosh! All right, I'm. People came here not for me. They came here for you.
Not for you.
Okay, what's your take?
Sure.
All right.
My biggest issue with this entire video is the sunglasses inside. It is giving 80s vibes.
I mean, you know, sometimes
there's a song, right?
Okay.
It's I wear my sunglasses at night.
I've never heard this song.
It's from the 80s.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I love the sunglasses. I think they're great. I'd wear them.
Okay.
But why is he wearing them for this video?
Why not?
He's inside.
Well, okay,
maybe
here's the thing.
It's just because he likes the way he looks, and that's it. I mean, do it. Love it. Do you live your best life? But for me personally, it irks me. It's like the people wearing their sunglasses inside just to wear them.
Okay, but so recently, you know, we've had this key light installed, like above my, like above me, and it is so bright. Like you can see how bright it is, and it does bother my eyes a bit. So maybe he has a key light and he needs to wear sunglasses. You know.
That is actually a good point, because you can tell he does have backlighting.
Yeah.
His video would not be lit like this.
So I can understand that. I don't really mind the sunglasses inside.
That's a good point. That is something I did not consider. I will give you that. There is a very good chance that light is just really blazing down on him. And I mean, I stare at a computer screen all day. I get it. Like, those lights tend to hurt your eyes.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, those sunglasses help protect his eyes a little bit. That would make sense. That's fine.
Well, the last video we reacted to, I don't think he even needed glasses, right? Okay. Yeah. Like
and again,
glasses.
If he's just wearing them because they look cool, that's fine. If that's the way he wants to do it, I'm all for it. Do what makes you happy. It's just like something that's personal for me. It kind of irks me that he's wearing them inside.
Okay.
But I don't go and hunt down his videos, right? So if this is his thing, then this is his thing.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
But I did notice that when he was talking about people were messaging him for builds and advice and stuff. He made a mention of helping people learn how to PvP and their builds, and they became like the top PvPers in the game.
It is quite the claim.
Yeah. So there's that in itself. But then he turned it around and said there were no good PvPers out there.
Well, what? Yeah, I think it's quite. I mean, I think he makes some very wrong claims.
Yeah.
From the last video, I think he claimed that all PvEers use all the endgame PvEers use macros or whatever. I'm just like, okay, or that somehow ESO was funneling its money into Starfield or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about. And people were like, oh, even if he was wrong about that, his sentiments are valid. And I'm just like, did you not watch the video where I said that? Yes, the sentiments are valid. But the claims were wild. I think also what bothered me, I guess the only other thing that bothered me besides his claim of lackluster PvP content right now is the fact that he said he made people from zero to hero, or like people who really got help from his video games, or not video games, the PvP advice. And he just said, I'm not gonna name them. I'm just thinking to myself, as a potential customer or consumer, I would like to see other consumer testimony. You know what I mean? Like reviews or something.
Yeah.
So, like, why not? Also, why not just mention them?
Yeah.
If they're in your community. And also, like, if they, like, I feel like they would appreciate a shout out.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, they would love to hear a shout out from somebody that helped them. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
As far as his return to ESO and his reasons why, like, I don't really have anything to say about that. He enjoys the game. He enjoys his community. It's a game, it's his life. If he wants to return to it, then that is his decision.
Yes.
Like, there's really nothing to comment on as far as that goes. But welcome back. Like, I hope that you are able to provide people with the help they're looking for to succeed in the area of the game they want to play in. Period.
Yeah, all I would say is do what makes you happy, as long as it doesn't hurt other people. But if you want to, if making ESO content makes you happy at the end of the day, that's cool. But if I had to give actual like content creator advice right now, I would not be putting too much into ESO. That's all I'm going to say at the moment.
Yeah.
I think there's
and hopefully, he did mention he was going to play casually, so hopefully he's not putting all his eggs back into the same basket.
Oh yeah, for anyone, I would not put all eggs into one basket at this point in time anymore. Yeah,
exactly. The way it sounds is that he is coming back to ESO to really help out the people who look to him and have questions for him on PvP builds, and he's coming back so that he can provide those, and he's just going to be really casual. But I'm hoping that he does continue to branch out and try other content that will bring him more views, that will succeed more than what ESO is right now.